I don't believe no one got on any plane. The plane was set there already tore up. I believe they injected them people that was supposed to be on that plane because they were part of taking Aaliyah down. So they had to silence all witnesses. Like I said earlier, I believe the pilot did not know they were about to turn on him. That pilot did not fly a plane. He knew he was in trouble because they put his name down there for scheduling to fly the plane.
The whole video is black and white. I love black and white videos.
Woo boy, have I been staying up on top of these comments. You guys have been giving me really good comments and making me think more myths and conspiracies about Aaliyah's death. So shout out to the ones who actually are into this stuff and believe in this stuff, and or are just giving their thoughts, because I am taking everyone's thoughts into consideration, and some of you are really thinking about this, and a lot of your thoughts are considerable and could be true. So anyways, let's get into this video because I have heard this one before. Now, I get a lot of my topics from my sister because she is what got me into conspiracies, and she brought it to my attention that maybe the plane was set there, or it could have been set there, and I never thought of it that way. I always looked at it as if it actually went down, and then when she told me that, I started to really look at it from that perspective, and now there's a comment saying literally the same exact thing, if not similar to what my sister was saying. And she was saying this like years ago when I first got into Aaliyah. I didn't even have a YouTube channel. That's how long ago she told me about it, but I still remember it because Aaliyah's death has always been fascinating to me. I always wanted to see if there was just an end to this puzzle, which it hasn't been. But yeah, let's start it off. So first and foremost, I just want to talk about if anyone actually got on a plane, because I was thinking this myself as well, and I'm just like, well, maybe no one actually got on the plane. Maybe they didn't even die from a plane crash. I mean, we will never know how they actually died. They can tell us anything, and all we can do is go with it because we weren't there. Some of us weren't even born. Some of us were like 3. So we will never know what actually went on, just the people around her. And like I said, the people who were there are either passing away and or they're just being silenced, or they're scared to talk. So we'll never know. But I always had it in my mind that maybe they knocked her out and then they propped the plane up to make it seem like they got into a plane crash, because they did say she took a blow to the head, and then they added on that she had a heart attack. And I don't know, I just started trying to really put 2 and 2 together. But since we don't really know too much information or verified information on her autopsy and on her death in general, all we can do is guess. And I just feel like something just isn't right. Something happened. I just can't put my finger on the exact thing, but I know something happened and I get a bad feeling. Now, I was trying to figure out whether or not the plane was propped because of something my sister also noticed about the pictures, but we'll get into that later. I just really want to know how they died, like if there's a story change within how they really died, or if they really got into a plane accident. But then again, it could just be that the plane went down, but under suspicions, let's just say that. I definitely think that the last people to survive were definitely killed off. They were taken off for medical attention and then later died. And I just always thought that was weird as well. Like, why did the last 2 people who probably could have survived that, if they survived the worst part of it, why couldn't they survive afterwards? If you watch the interview with one of the men that was on scene after the crash, he said that the bodyguard was kind of beat up, but it didn't sound like he was in that much of horrible condition. But he said that he was worried worried about the other passengers instead of himself. So clearly it couldn't have been that bad for those two if they survived the crash. I mean, if you look at the pictures of the plane, I mean, the front is totally destroyed. You would think that the pilot wouldn't have made it out and the others would have, because the body of the plane is still intact, although they said that the seats were ejected. But if you look at the plane, the front is totally destroyed. But anyways, why did they end up dying still? I mean, I know that a plane crash is very severe, but I mean, if they made it out of the crash perfectly fine, I think that they could have been all right in general. But something is just not right with that, and I totally agree. I think that they were either killed after the accident because they were witnesses and they survived and they didn't want those people to speak out, the pilot and the bodyguard, and or they could have just faked their deaths and got paid really good to fake their deaths. No one will, you know, search for their bodies or anything. No one would be asking questions about them. So I mean, it could be anything, but I definitely think that if they are really dead, that they were killed because whoever set this up did not want them to speak. So I definitely agree with that. Now, before I get into why I think that the plane was a plot or could have been staged, I just want to say that allegedly there was a fan or someone who called, I guess, a funeral home to try to get Aaliyah's autopsy results or just see if they had her name in their documents. And I guess that they had no clue who Aaliyah was. There was nothing. And they tried everyone, wherever she was from or wherever they did it at, and there was nothing. But that's another story. I just wanted to bring it up. Now on to why I think that the plane could have been a prop and why I also agree. Now, I put some pictures together on Piclodge of the accident, and I just want you guys to see if you notice anything within these pictures. I'll give you guys a second. Comment down below if you know what it is, but these are clearly the same pictures from the accident. It's from the same angles, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but the trees are different. Now, I don't know how long they can let a crime scene, not a crime scene, but a scene like this sit there, but it would take like some weeks, maybe even a month, for trees to grow their leaves back, for grass to grow. Not really grass grows really quick, but the trees are thicker. The scenery is just so much more fuller in some of the pics, and then some of the other pics it's thin and it's nothing but naked trees. And I'm just like, and they're the same angles because you see the two windows, you see the lettering on the tail end, and I'm just like, why are the trees different? And my sister pointed this out, and I'm just like, whoa, that is strange. Now, if you guys can come up with an explanation as to why the trees are different, please let me know, because don't say that it's on the other side of the plane. There's two sides. These are on the same side. And if you want to know what the other side of the plane looks like, here's a picture, completely wrecked. And I mean, this just looks like something blew up. That's how I feel. That's what I get when I look at this picture. But then again, it's just me. I'm guessing. These are thoughts of mine. There's no truth to this. But anyways, yeah, the trees are different. And my sister pointed that out. And I thought that that was very smart of her to even be that aware and be paying attention that good. Because like I said, you have to pay attention to everything within her picture, because there'll be things that you never would have noticed if you wouldn't have looked at it 1,000 times or stared at it for hours. Not literally, but I did not see that as many times as I looked at this. It wasn't that many times, but the couple times that I looked at it, I did not see it. But you guys let me know what you think. Are the trees different? Am I wrong? Are the angles just different? I don't know. Let me know. But I think that picture that I just showed you guys of the other side of the plane was a new released picture. You can often find unreleased or new released pictures of Aaliyah, but quietly on Google, if you look them up, you keep looking them up throughout the months, you'll see new pictures of her randomly on Google before they hit Instagram. So that's how I found that picture. But I do believe that that picture is new, which is crazy, because if I'm remembering correctly, I've never seen it from the other side. I've only seen it from this side that you see right here. But anyways, was the plane purposely put here? Because the trees are different. From the pictures I just showed, you can definitely tell that the trees are further back in some of the pictures, and then in the other ones they're up close and they're full. So I don't know, was it put there? That is a really good thought, a really good myth. I actually strongly believe that this could be a possibility. It's strange. It's really strange, and the trees just threw me off. So you guys let me know what you think. Was her plane a prop? Were they even killed in a plane crash? Were the pilot and the bodyguard killed off to be silenced because they were witnesses to everything that went on that day? You guys let me know your thoughts. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified when I drop my next video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now we're drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what? You, what we've been through.